Not all heroes wear capes. Some of them enlist in the Army.
The Army is the largest military branch in the United States. Its job is to protect the country and its citizens. Today, the Army is made up of more than 700,000 soldiers, including active duty and Army Reserve personnel. Army soldiers fill many roles. They are doctors, lawyers, and engineers. They are electricians, computer programmers, and helicopter pilots. They are police officers, logistic experts, and civil affairs representatives. The Army's constant need for a diverse range of individual soldiers, each with his or her own expertise, is what sets it apart from different military branches. With that said, we want to thank every person who has served or is currently serving in the Army and is protecting this nation and its citizens. You are awesome. Army strong.
Not all heroes wear capes. Some of them fly high with the Air Force.
The Air Force was created on September 18, 1947. Their role is to defend the nation through the control and exploration of the air and space. The Air Force also focuses on flight support missions, handling base affairs, protecting bases, constructing new airstrips, guarding missile sites, and rescues. Some qualities of people who serve in the Air Force are integrity, intelligence, and determination. With that said, we want to send a huge thanks to all veterans and current members of the Air Force who protect us from the air. You are truly amazing. Aim high. Fight, fly, win.
Not all heroes wear capes. Some of them are the first ones in and the last ones out with the Marine Corps.
The Marine Corps are considered to be one of the most elite and brutal combat forces that the United States uses. They were founded on November 10, 1775. The Corps are composed of two branches known as the Fleet Marine Force Pacific and the Fleet Marine Force Atlantic. Serving in the Corps requires for you to be ready for battle at any and all times. Marines carry qualities such as courage, decisiveness, and dependability. With that said, we want to thank you for your sacrifices for protecting us by land and sea. You rock. Semper Fidelis, always faithful.
Not all heroes wear capes. Some of them help sail the seven seas with the Navy.
The Navy maintains, trains, and equips combat-ready naval forces capable of winning wars, deterring aggression, and maintaining the freedom of the seas. U.S. Navy personnel expertly operate virtually every type of military equipment in U.S. arsenal, everything from Humvees to aircraft carriers. Some qualities that embrace the essence of Navy SEALs are strength, team attitude, and stamina. With that said, we want to thank you for protecting this country and its citizens by sea, air, and land. You are so appreciated. Not self, but country.
Not all heroes wear capes. Some of them are the lighthouse that guides us to shore with the Coast Guard.
Comprised of nearly 42,000 extraordinary men and women, the Coast Guard is a unique branch of the military, responsible for saving lives, protecting the environment, and defending America's coastlines and waterways. Some qualities that truly embrace the Coast Guard members are humbleness, kindness, and resourcefulness. With that said, we want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for protecting our coast. Semper Paratus, we fight for you.
There's no way to show enough gratefulness and thankfulness for everything that our veterans have sacrificed to keep us free. But on Veterans Day, we have to try. So thank you to all the servicemen and women who have served in the armed forces and every branch there is of it. Remember, not all heroes wear capes.
Hi, I'm Betty Davis. I was asked to speak today to you by the speech and drama class for our Veterans Day. Our Veterans Day program is one of my favorite things that we do here at Homeacre High School. Every year we have this wonderful program and I cry, and I cry and I cry, and I have done this for several years. They asked me to speak to you because I have a child in the military. So I'm going to kind of tell you our story and answer the questions that they had of me, and kind of our journey, I guess, is the best way to say that. So in an introduction to an Army-Navy football game several years ago, a parent was quoted as saying, "It's a different kind of kid willing to sacrifice everything." How many parents can say that? Well, I can. That statement hit me hard, as this particular game was only a couple of months after my son enlisted in the United States Marine Corps. I wish that there were more people that understood the sacrifice that military families make. But until you're part of our family, you just can't understand. In the song "If Not Me" by Craig Morgan, he says, "If not there, then where? If not now, then when? If not this, then what else can I defend?" He says, he continues, and it says, "Being gone and being scared, what else can I do? If not me, mama, then who?" Well, my son sent me this song shortly after he finished in boot camp. He had heard it, I guess, and he sent it to me, and I cried, and I cried, and I cried, and I cried, of course. But my son was brave enough to tell me that this was his dream. You see, he had always wanted to be in the military ever since he was little. This was always his dream. During high school, his dad and I and his teachers all kind of tried to convince him that go to college, go into the military when you're done in college, go in as an officer, be a leader. He has the personality to be a leader. And that was what we recommended that he did. And he took our advice and he went off to college that fall. And then he experienced the loss of several friends over the summer, which was really hard for him. And he came back and he said, "You know what? This isn't for me. I want to make a difference in the world. And I don't want to wait till I finish college. I want to make a difference now. I want to enlist now." So he came home that fall at the end of the semester and he enlisted, or started the process as soon as he got home from college that fall. And he taught me a lesson. He taught me that standing up for your dreams, even if you're standing up to the people that love you the most, is always the best path. He needed to forge his own path, and I needed to let him, and of course his dad as well. So as a parent, it was hard to learn that lesson, but I needed to. And I needed to learn it for him, and I needed to learn it for his younger sisters. So I've been asked what the hardest part of our journey is. And the hardest part for me is that his younger sisters, they're little. They don't understand that while he's following his dream and we're here supporting him from Virginia, he's stationed in California, so he's pretty far away. He's still in the country, but he's pretty far away. They don't understand they can't always see him or talk to him or be with him when they want to. And that has been hard because they were very close when he was home. So I'm lucky, even though we don't get to see him all that often. I have seen him twice a year, every year since he left. And not every parent gets that. I can talk to him fairly regularly, and not every parent gets that either. He's 21, so you have to understand that he may not want to talk to me as much as I want to talk to him, but I get to talk to him, and like I said, not every parent gets that, so I am lucky. So his sisters they just know that they miss him, and that's hard as a parent. But at the end of the day, I know this: I will feel pride, I will feel fear, I will feel love, I will feel worry. But the Lord, he has this, and the Lord has him.
Hey, Ms. Winslow, I got a few questions for you about Veterans Day. If you don't mind.
Absolutely.
Okay, number one. What has our school's annual Veterans Day celebration taught you about our community?
Our community really comes together so well for this Veterans celebration. And to me, that tells me that we have a community that's very patriotic, a community that really appreciates the sacrifice that our veterans have made. And based on the overwhelming number of pictures that we have in the slideshow and the people that come to visit, it also tells me we've had a lot of people in our community that have been affected by having a veteran in their family.
And number two, last question. Are there any specific thing that you would like to say to the men and women that are serving now or has served before?
I think I would just like to say to them, thank you for your courage and your sacrifice. Not just risking their lives, but giving up their homes and their family and going somewhere just totally different to ensure our freedom. That means so much to me, and it inspires me to try to have that same level of courage in my life.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Veterans Day, to me, is a very important day because it honors the people that have sacrificed so much for our country and In fact, many laid down their lives and experienced many difficult circumstances because they have served our country and made that a priority to protect the rest of us that do not serve. So it's extremely important to me that we honor those folks that have sacrificed so much. When the band plays for the Veterans Day program, I'm very proud of the fact that we are able to do that God has given us the ability to be able to play and to be able to perform for the folks that are, again, have sacrificed so much. And it's important to me because I want to see the students understand the sacrifice that they have made and use their talent and abilities so that they can portray that in a way that is going to honor the veterans that have, again, served so much and given so much to their country. The person that plays taps is important because taps is a very solemn, important moment when we play that song that represents the fact that so many have given their lives. So any veteran who has served obviously has given much, but the ones that have given the ultimate sacrifice, taps is played for those individuals that have given the ultimate sacrifice when they've given their lives. So when we play taps, it's important to me that it's absolutely perfect because it represents what the ultimate sacrifice. And lastly, I'd like to say that Veterans Day is important to me, again, because the students that are using their talents and gifts and abilities to be able to portray what they've done, and for them to see what that sacrifice means, and maybe some of them will decide to be inspired or will be inspired by what they've experienced and what they've seen by others who have given their lives. It's important to me that students understand the humility and the sacrifice it takes to serve in that way. Thank you very much.
So I'm going to ask you some questions today about your service in the armed forces.
Okay.
Okay. What branch of the armed forces were you in?
I was in the United States Army. I joined the Army in 1979, actually November 4th, 1979.
Okay. So how long were you in the Army?
I was in the Army active duty for 11 years, and then I come out and joined the National Guard, which I had active duty service there and worked for the governor and all.
Okay. So what made you decide you wanted to go into the armed forces?
Well, when I grew up, my father and family were all military people, and we was real patriotic, and we believed in keeping everyone as free as possible, and that was instilled in me. Either I fight at home or fight across the waters, and I prefer, if I'm going to fight, I'd rather fight across the waters.
Do you have any advice for people who are thinking about joining the armed forces or have just recently joined the armed forces?
I want to thank them for joining or going to join. That shows you're patriotic, and I advise you to get everything you can, learn all you can, take as many opportunities as possible, because there's a lot of opportunities out there that you will miss if you don't take advantage of them. And I know people that goes to Germany or wherever, you can travel on weekends, go to Switzerland, wherever you want to. And I advise you to take opportunity to explore the world and explore your heart as you're traveling. And if you travel into a third world, you'll see why we are a blessed nation is because of the people that has already paid the ultimate sacrifice to keep us free.
That's all the questions I have for you today. Thank you for taking the time to answer these questions, and thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir.
I would like to start off by saying thank you to all of our veterans. Today I will be reading you a poem titled "It is the Veteran." The author is unknown. It is the veteran, not the preacher, that gave us the freedom of religion. It is the veteran, not the reporter, who gave us the freedom of press. It is the veteran, not the poet, who gave us the freedom of speech. It is the veteran, not the campus organizer, who gave us the freedom to assemble. It is the veteran, not the lawyer, who has given us the right to a fair trial. It is the veteran, not the politician, who has given us the right to vote. Thank you, veterans, for your sacrifices, and may God bless you all.
It's Kristen Hess, and today I'll be presenting you a poem. It's titled The Best on Earth, a Veterans Day Tribute by Joanna Foss. If someone has done military service, they earn the title veteran and more. They earn our deep respect and admiration. They are special no one can ignore. They sacrifice the comforts we enjoy. The list is long of all the things they gave. Our veterans are extraordinary people. They're loyal, dedicated, true, and brave. When terror and invasion were real threats, they showed us they could handle any storm. We owe our freedoms and our lives to our veterans who served in uniform. Our veterans should be celebrities. They're exceptional. No other group compares. We're grateful for the many things they've done. They're always in our hearts and our prayers. We owe our veterans support and friendship. Let no other question what they're worth. These men and women served our country. Our veterans, the very best on earth.
Hi, my name is Hannah Shelton, and I just want to say thank you to all the veterans. So today I'm going to be reading on Veterans Day by Joanna Fuchs. While we're here at home, they traveled land and sea to make sure we stayed safe, to protect us and keep us free. Words are not enough to give them what they're due. On Veterans Day, please thank them from their service for me and you. Thank you, veterans, and I hope you have great holidays, and God bless.
Today we honor the noble and the brave, the men and women who dedicated their lives and sacrifices they have made. When America had an urgent need, they were first to raise their hand. Without thinking twice about it, they were proud to take a stand. Some come back from war with battle scars, others in flag-draped coffins. Even though their flesh may have left, their spirits will never be forgotten. They unselfishly and knowingly put their lives on the line. So when you see a veteran, thank them, because without them, freedom would.
From everyone here at Honeacre High School, we would like to say thank you for your dedicated service and all the sacrifices that you have made to ensure we all have the freedoms that we enjoy today. From the bottom of our heart, we love you and we thank you. God bless America.
On behalf of the faculty, staff, and students of Honeacre High School, we would like to pay tribute to all of our veterans on this very special occasion. We just want to say thank you for the service that you've given, not only to our great country, but to our community. For the past 26 years that I've been involved in the Russell County school system, I know of no other event that I'm more proud of than our annual Veterans Day celebration. Our students have worked extremely hard this year to produce a tribute video that our veterans and our family members can enjoy. Again, we'd like to say thank you, and we look forward to seeing you guys next year at our annual Veterans Day celebration, and we certainly hope that you enjoy the video that our students have produced.